It's finally time for my setup tour for October 2021, and we're doing this in collaboration with GroveMade. Let's get into it. Okay, so bringing you guys in for the setup. Here's of course the autonomous chair that I'm currently sitting in. It is still not comfortable. Just want to let you guys know that. Still haven't figured that out yet. And of course I'm going to bring you right in here to see this desk mat by GroveMade. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, they helped a lot with this one here by sending over some pretty neat products. So starting with this desk mat, this is the wool desk mat from GroveMade. It actually doubles as a mouse pad. It's pretty long as it needs to be. And I just threw in this keyboard here just kind of for the look right now because this keyboard is not ready. It's clicky. I hate clicky. Switches coming for it, so I can switch that out. This is a brand new keyboard. We're going to talk more about this later. And I paired all of this with the very nice wooden wrist rest from Glorious. Now, GroveMade did send over a wrist rest, but it was more for the thinner keyboards, like for the Mac keyboards. And I'm going to go ahead and put something on screen so you guys can see it with a thin keyboard, because you guys remember we did something like that for the Evoluent keyboard, which is pretty thin. That's kind of where that kind of wrist rest would be a lot more comfortable and a lot more usable. Coming right up just a little bit, you're gonna see the next thing from GroveMade, and that is this guy right here, the shelf. So this shelf came from GroveMade. Usually you would set your monitors on top of this, but I actually just use it more as a utility. So we have little shelves right here. Very nice. They're padded, so you could put your laptop in if you wanted to. GroveMade does sell a shelf that you can use with this as well. You can slide it right in there, and that makes for a very nice shelf, a very nice area where you can store like pens, pencils, all kinds of stuff, notepads, things like that. I didn't really need that part of it because I have other areas to keep that kind of stuff. Editor here real quick. I want to tell you guys about how I have my phone hooked up to the front of the desk shelf as well, using this little phone mount. It's been pretty convenient to have. And of course, I also have my mic right there, the Rode mic, also clamped to the desk shelf. These two things are just very, very cool to have right at arm's reach. And of course, you already know my mic being right there allows me to make videos very quickly. It's plugged directly into the camera. And you can see my phone there at arm's reach anytime I needed to check my messages or anything like that. Moving up to the monitors, the Dell monitors, my Dell monitors, the same ones from before, two 27-inch 144 hertz monitors. Love them. They really do work out quite well. As some people asked me in the past, which ones do I use for gaming? And the answer is just the same. When you have two really good monitors, you use whichever one you can put the game on, and because it's going to work regardless, it's going to look good. So I use these every day for both work and for gaming. Speaking of work, you see them sitting right over there. That is my Apple laptop. It's a 2015, got it from the job. They gave that to me, and I have it sitting on a little stand. You can see that little stand right there. And it's been sitting right back there, nice and perched and hidden away, because I never really need to touch it after this update, which allows me to shift between my work laptop right over here, my main gaming PC, Patience, and this guy here with the whole dusty top on top of it. That's my Linux dev machine that I use for testing code and practicing new code that I don't really know much about. So these three systems, all three of these, all connect to these two monitors and use the exact same keyboard and mouse. Right behind it, you see it kind of poking out the back there. That is a power socket to actually a three-prong power socket. Nah, I'll show you guys back there. So you see all these cables I have hidden back here. Well, that's what the shelf does. It actually hides a lot of that business going on back there. But also a power port, power plug area where I can plug in more stuff like my charger for my phone, which is sitting right there. Turn them on. There we go. So My phone is sitting right there, plugged into a charger that's plugged in the back there, and I can get the fast charging without having to have a really long cable to reach down to my actual power plugs down near the floor. So everything is kind of right here in this setup. And you're thinking the speakers are not here, but again, you probably seen it in the beginning of the video. They're right up there. I hid the cables away as best I could. First time mounting speakers on the wall. And of course, My Hero Academia poster back there. That poster is kind of out of place. That's not going to be its permanent position. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Right now, it's more for just filling the space is pretty much what it's doing. I'm going to move it eventually or put something else there. I'm thinking like a light panel or something, but not sure just yet. And of course, the monitors are mounted there. I'll put the description of the mount, put the link for the mounts down below. They're okay, but if you remember what I said in the video for those mounts, the cabling, man, it was a pain in the ass. It really was. The actual cable management system for these mounts is not friendly, but we made it work. Works out fine. And of course, you don't see the camera that's supposed to be mounted up here. We mount it right here. I love this quick disconnect mount. Don't know the company name, Ulanzi or what have you. So this Ulanzi mount is sitting on top of an Elgato frame, an Elgato camera mount. And it's really nice. I really like these mounts. I have two of them. You're gonna see another one here in just a little bit. Moving over, here's another thing from Elgato. This the Elgato key light, and it's keying the dust off my Linux dev box because I haven't dusted it off for this video. Apologies for that. But this is my Linux dev machine. It's running Intel. It is way overpowered for what it does, but I love it. This is the Rollo printer. This is actually for Misha's Corner, my wife's channel. If you haven't checked it out and you like food, check out her channel. Or if you just like having fun with a different little live stream she does, that stuff is for you. But when people make orders, I use that label printer to print them out. So that's what that is. Obviously, here is Patience. You guys have seen her time and time again. And of course, the case is the Case Labs case, SM8X. The bottom chamber is not here. That's where the X comes in. The bottom chamber is in the closet. And you will see that chamber on this system. Hopefully, probably a little bit next year, because it's going to be a pretty big project for me. All right, coming over here, it's going to be really junky. My intention was to have a nice background here. I'm going to turn on this light. There we go. My intention was to have a nice kind of backdrop here with like my boxes stacked up and stuff like that. But it's kind of turned into a place where I just throw excess boxes. Like these kind of things shouldn't be here right now, but they are. And you guys remember my old Dell laptop. I still use it from time to time. Here is the RK100. The Keychron sitting in pieces back there because there's a project I'm trying to do with it that I just have not gotten done yet. All this is sitting on top of an IKEA tables. These are IKEA drawers filled with all kinds of bits and bobs. And then coming over, there's more IKEA tables connected together on different legs. And then even this desk here is from IKEA, and the legs are also from IKEA. It's cheap, it's affordable, works really well. You guys know I used to have a sit-stand desk, and that didn't work out so well. The sit-stand frame pretty much crapped out on me. So I'm highly upset about that, but it's now sitting as like a prop for the Misha's Corner channel to use whenever she wants to. And I went back to just a regular desk, and I just left it at that because I was just so tired of messing with them at that point. Coming over here, say hello to Sephiroth, my next poster. I actually have more posters, but I just haven't filled this room with them just yet. Always more work to do. And this is the second area where you're going to see more of this in the future, where I'm going to be sitting here with different items and products. You've already seen it a lot as of late because I use this desk for unboxings and things of that matter. A lot of product shots are actually taken on this desk, which is actually what I want. I just want a different space to film other than my crowded main desk where I have all my stuff on there. So this is just a nice clean space with a nice little background of wood that I can take some pictures at, or I can shoot some video at. And it's lit, and this entire office actually is lit mostly by one light, this guy right here. But I'm gonna put the name of this light down below in the description box. I love this light. It was suggested to me by another YouTuber who's actually way bigger than me, but you guys will check him out. I'll put all the information down below in the description box, and of course I'll put it on the screen as well. This is another stand I use from time to time. It's good for getting top-down shots because it can hold a lot of weight, and you can tilt it straight down and get those kind of top-down shots when you want it. It's kind of it. It's a small room, but it gets the job done. And that is my office right now, my little studio tour. I put a lot of work into getting to this point where I have all these things kind of set up the way they are. A lot of things work off a push of a button. The buttons are back here that I can push to switch between the different systems. And I even went as far as to get the cable management up and going. The only cable that you see right there is for my speakers because of how the speakers are set. I don't have a better way to do that just yet, but everything else has pretty much been attached to the desk. Good and well. And over here is a junk corner of cables. If I had it my way, there'll probably be more desk right here to block that off, but I don't right now. And not everything's going to be perfect. That's kind of how it is when you're a YouTuber or when you're someone who just works from home. You have more time. You don't have as much time to do this kind of stuff as you want, but you do the best you can. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. And I'm pretty darn happy with it. I hope you guys did enjoy this little mini tour of my current office right now. And don't forget, major shout out to GrowthMade for the desk mat, for the desk shelf, and even the wrist rest, even though I didn't get around to using it. Major shout out to them for that collaboration. Their help on that was really made this whole area pop. And I hope you guys got some ideas for your own setups. So with that, you guys have a good one. See you. Bye.